I don't know if you can see the pattern here, but that's what we're going to talk about today. Is this fool's gold or am I the fool? Let's talk about it. YouTube, Vertical Stacker here. This is my first video of the new year, 2022, and I have been doing a lot of thinking about the direction I want to take my stack. Most of you know, if you've been following me for any amount of time, I stack heavily into gold. I haven't stacked silver for some time because I've been waiting for the prices to come down, which it seems like they're doing, and when I think they're going to go down to a price where I'm ready to jump in, they start to bump up again. But the overall trend is down, and so I like the way silver is heading, at least for my own selfish purposes of being able to, so-called back the truck up and buy more. But what I want to talk about today is the foreign gold. I have a little under 100 ounces of foreign gold in my stack. This is representative of the different types of gold I have, and we'll kind of go through some of it. But what I'm wondering is why? Why do I have so much foreign gold in my stack? Well, I can tell you one of the reasons is because when I was going around buying up gold, one of the things I noticed at my local coin shops is that I could usually get it for around melt or spot price, which seemed to be a pretty good deal. What I didn't really think about fully at the time was that also meant that when I went to dispose of it or to sell it back to the LCS, well, I would be taking a hit. In fact, I was just in one of my local shops today, and a couple of people were in there, and I was just kind of listening, and the phone would ring, and the gentleman would answer the phone, and he would give quotes over the phone as far as what he would pay for certain things. And just by the context of the conversation, I could tell that the caller was basically saying, hey, I have different types of 1 ounce gold coins, and I would like to bring these in and sell them to you. How much will you give me for them? And he said, well, what type of coins do you have? Are they eagles? Are they maples? And he ended up having to describe some of the coins so that the caller on the other end, unless the caller was playing, rope-a-dope, but the caller on the other end wasn't quite sure what they had, and so he would explain, what does the coin look like, what's the denomination on it, how much, is it a $10 piece, a $100 piece, $50, and so forth. And what I learned, no surprise, obviously, we've all probably seen and heard this, is that he said, well, if you have the American Gold Eagle or the Buffalo, I'll pay you $1,800 each for those. If you have a maple or a krugerrand or some other foreign coin, then I will pay you $20 to $50 under spot for those coins, depending on what they are. So that kind of got my attention, and I started thinking about my stack, and I thought, oh man, here I am holding a lot of foreign gold. And so when and if I ever go to dump this, I'm going to be facing that same problem. An LCS, if I were to choose to sell it to an LCS, would be giving me less, of course, than spot price. And I get it. That's how they make money, is the margins. And this isn't a video about that, people making a living. This is it the best kind of gold for me to have in my stack? And I want to get your thoughts on what you think about foreign gold. I know a lot of the Mexican gold right now is really popular. The 20 pesos, the 2 pesos, 50 pesos, and those kind of coins are commanding a huge premium. But then you look at things like, French roosters, these 20 franc coins, restrikes, I'm pretty sure it's a restrike. Are those commanding any type of a premium? I don't think so. Same thing with these Saudi guineas. Have no idea what that even says. But, do they command any premium? Probably not. And, I learned that even the Canadian maples, they're beautiful, right? I mean, these are beautiful coins, but the dealers here, at least this one particular dealer, would give me $20 under spot for a 4/9 fine 24 karat gold coin. I thought that was really interesting, simply because it's from, a Canadian mint, not from a U.S. mint. Interesting. Obviously, I'm sure it has to do with demand and things like that. But I've just been thinking about maybe getting rid of all my foreign gold. Yeah, I don't. There's some collectors out there that would probably pay a premium for some of these Chinese pandas. I picked them up, for a good price. There was a time where I had a kid that was coming into my office, not a kid, but a young man that was coming into my office, and he was finding all this stuff off the street, and then he would bring it into me, I would test it, and he would sell it to me, and I was able to get most of this stuff, like I say, at pretty good prices right around melt spot. So, it was hard to pass up, but I'm thinking I really ought to trade this stuff in to get the kind of gold that I really want in my stack, and that would be the gold eagles, whether it's a half ounce or quarter ounce or full ounce denomination, even the 10th ounce fractional stuff. I just feel more comfortable having the things that I know. Something else I'm starting to get kind of excited about, and I don't know why, because I never really have been, is these, are these, nice grammar, numismatic gold coins. I don't know why, but suddenly I am just really hyped about getting more of these gold coins right after I get a tube of lotion on my hands. Good grief. Look at that. Sheesh. But I'm thinking, why don't I take and convert all of my foreign gold to U.S. gold? Probably not all into numismatic. In fact, I'll probably put very little into the numismatics, but there's just a few coins that I want to get, and I'm going to make another video about that. I'm going to have a video coming out here later this week or early next week about the 5 gold coins that I'm really looking forward to buying if I can find them this year. And I don't want to have to order them from AppMex or some online dealer. I really like to physically hold a coin in my hand so I know what I'm getting. I can look at it through a loop. I can see exactly what it is that I'm going to buy, and I know the quality. I can see any blemishes or any dings in it, and that's really important to me. So that's something that I'm going to be looking forward to, is to challenge myself to buy 5 new gold coins this year that are specifically coins I've been thinking about for a long time and that I want to buy. Let's take a look at some of this other foreign gold here. Some of you have seen those Australian map coins. I probably have, I don't know, a dozen or so of those. And they're pretty cool coins, a little unique. We've got the krugerrand. What is this? A 10th ounce coin, probably. Again, if I took that into a LCS, they're probably going to pay me less than spot for that. I think I can probably get more than spot if I sell it private party, right? But maybe I won't always have time, or may not always feel comfortable doing so. So I need to think about all of my options. Here's more Chinese coins. And of course, Chinese coins have a certain stigma about them as well, don't they? And you know exactly what I'm talking about, because they are heavily, heavily counterfeited, just like a lot of other things that come out of China. Unfortunately, there's just a lot of counterfeiting that's going on. Now here's one that's a particularly nice coin. This is a Britannia, and it's also, I think, a 4/9 fine coin, and it's just a really, really good looking coin. But again, it's from across the pond, and every one of these coins from Australia or England, they have the queen on them, and just not much variety in the design. Not that we have a lot of variety in our side of the pond either. But let's see what else here. Have those Saudi guineas. Have some of these. I don't even know what this is. Just some coin that I can't even make out because my vision stinks. I have some Australian kangaroos here. The thing that's tough for me is a lot of the foreign coins, their designs are so much better than the U.S. designs. Yeah, I love the buffalo. I love the Type 1 and Type 2 AGEs. There's nothing I can say against those, but they're just kind of boring, and it's nice to see some of these really cool designs. I think this is an Austrian or Hungarian Ducat, and just a little different design, something you don't see all the time. Pretty cool stuff. More pandas, more roosters, polar bears. I don't know if I showed you one of those yet. So at the end of the day, I'm hoping, and I think it is going to be my goal, to get rid of all of my foreign gold. Would you do it? If you had a bunch of foreign gold, would you look for ways to swap it out into the gold from your particular government, whether you're in England or Australia or China or the United States or Canada? Do you prefer just the gold from your sovereign country's mint? I think I do, and I think I have too much of the foreign stuff. What do you think? Tell me in the comments below. Should I get rid of this stuff? And if so, how? Share in the comments, how would you go about getting rid of this stuff? Maybe I can reach out to my YouTube friends and say, hey, do you want to do some trades? I'll trade you my foreign gold for US gold. Maybe there's someone across the pond that really likes this stuff, and maybe we can do a trade that way. I don't know, something to think about, but that's what I've been thinking about anyway, is why do I have so much foreign gold? Do you collect foreign gold? If so, why? Is it because you can get it for less money at a better value perhaps than the sovereign bullion or sovereign numismatic type coins from your own country? I don't know. I don't know if that's the right thing for me to do. I've said that, rambled enough on that. The video's probably getting a little long, but appreciate you folks. Look forward to making some more content. Tell me about what you're doing. Are you getting the foreign gold, or are you sticking with your sovereign country's gold? Let me know. Vertical Stacker, till next time, take care.